Got to give a big thank you again to 034 Motorsport for the partnership on this Audi SQ5 project. Really excited to get the cold air intake system installed today. 034 has some pretty good installation instructions on their website, but we're just going to kind of wing it. Cold air intake serves a couple of purposes, obviously. Obviously, it does what it says it's supposed to do, brings in cold air into the engine, which helps it perform better, breathe a little better, get a better fuel mileage, and keeps your intake temperatures down. The factory air box is so weird. It does take a little bit of air from the front end of the vehicle, but it's pulling hot air directly from the engine, so it's really kind of counterproductive. And being stage 1 tune already, ECU and TCU tune, we're really not getting the full benefit of the tune by having the factory air box still in the car. So this is going to benefit this SQ5 in a number of ways. Little tabs. T25. This we have to save. I don't know if these are, this is where reading the directions sometimes helps, but if you just think about it sometimes you can figure it out. Boom. Pop this little guy off. Ours didn't break, but apparently a lot of them do. Just keep that in mind. Oh, it's not a clip, it's just a... Okay, let's see if we can pull this whole tube out now. Little grommets on the underside that are, and there's this hose under here. Press these in and just pull down. Now the whole box comes out. These bits we have to save. Little rubber feet. Any of these parts. These little guys. Oh. Little mounting bracket. Forget this is carbon fiber, so just snug these because you can crack it if you go too tight. Now we put our little feet back on. I'm gonna spray these off too. adapter.
There you go.
God damn. I still didn't figure out what that was yet. Two little guys pop right in there. You'll feel them seat in. Boom. This guy goes here.
Should maybe put that in there before you anchor them in.
I just put a little soap on here. So lube it up with a little soapy water. The ring, lube the ring. You want to be able to slide it in smoothly without having any resistance. Definitely don't want to force it. Look at that. Look at that. You didn't even need any soap. Gosh.
She was lubed when she came.
She was already. She must have done this before. Don't drop this ring down in the engine bay. She's really tight too. I think this is where it needs the lube. Once you get down to this end.
Almost there.
I think we're on.
It just has a little bit more that you're supposed to do, I think.
Slug it down. Don't crush anything. No slobby. This guy goes right here. There we go. Hopefully that stays on. It's always good when you use all the parts, you don't have any left over. You know you did it right then. How about it? The adapter from the tube to the filter, and it bolts to this little bracket right here. Can you see that? Like that. Don't forget to put your hose clamp over the tube first. This is the seal to seal against your hood, prevent the hot air. Let's finish this up. this goes on now.
Went on the other way, I think. Yeah. So the funnest little things I've ever seen in my life.
Little push poppers. And that's pretty much wrapping it up. You can see air goes right into the front grille and gets blown right on the filter. There's no blocking, and all the heat from the engine gets blocked by the carbon fiber shield. Yeah, it still looks pretty clean in there. Well, now we gotta fire it up and see what you think, because it's gonna sound a little different. Hear the suction.
It's so suctiony.
Pretty suction. Yeah, you liked your turbo noises in the Explorer before, but let's see if we can hear anything.
Oh my god.
It's fast as shit.
You even can't catch your breath.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, it
Oh.
was.
That's a supercharger. That's what it's supposed to sound like. And because, you know, it has the tune already, the stage 1 tune, but usually they put the colder intake with it, so we've been missing out on a little bit.
Well, I haven't had any problems racing people on the parkway yet, so.
No, not something we're gonna have to worry about, I don't think.
Unfortunately, those people don't know I'm racing them either.
Yikes.
Why does it slow down like that?
Because I'm in sport mode and it lets the RPM hang. So you stay in the power.
Holy shit.
That's crazy.
Took nothing to get to 81.
That wasn't even floored. That was like quarter. It's pretty subtle under normal acceleration and just cruising around, but when you get after it a little bit, it starts to whine, and that's just what we're looking for. I don't normally install intakes because of how they sound, but you can't help but smile a little bit when you hear this thing scream. Well, it definitely feels like we're actually getting the most out of our stage 1 tune at this point. It did feel really snappy and responsive beforehand without the intake, I gotta say. There was no complaints whatsoever, but now that we have this intake installed, it's a really different driving experience. Obviously, you get the Banshee scream now at this point, which makes it feel completely different. But now it's feeling like it's wanting to pull a lot harder all the way through the RPM range, all the way at the top of every gear. Like I said, it was definitely pulling hard before. There was no complaints there, but I could tell as we started to approach redline, it was almost falling off, like it was suffocating a little bit. But now it seems to be getting the oxygen that it needs, like that little extra breath to help it pull even harder. So it just feels like it's winding out a lot better than it was before. But I love it. It's got a lot of get up and go, pulls really hard off the line, so it's got some great low end torque. It screams like a Banshee, like every supercharged vehicle should, and obviously it pulls hard all the way through redline, which is what we were looking for. Should help a little bit with fuel efficiency, but it certainly is going to help keep those intake temperatures down a little bit, especially if we're doing some back-to-back pulls, so that's always a good thing. It's a good looking unit too, and it was a relatively easy installation, so can't ask for a lot more. I'll put a link to this unit in the description below, so make sure you guys check that out at 034 Motorsport. Again, big shout out to those guys. I appreciate the support for the channel and for support for this project. So there's going to be more to come for sure in partnership with 034, so hope you guys will stick around. Subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate it very much. See you in the next one.